that if I be lifted up, remember, I'll draw all men unto me. Tell you what, where's that verse at? Y'all look that up in your concordance. I decided I was going to go on, but I want to find that verse. Where's that verse at? Probably people on the internet are probably calling it out right now, but I just don't hear you guys. You're not talking loud enough. Okay, I'm in 12. Let's see. There you go. Thank you, ma'am. You found it for me. It's John chapter 12. John chapter 12. Let's look at that. Look at verse 31. Jesus said this. This goes along with what I read in John 3:14 about Jesus being lifted up as that serpent on the pole. Jesus said this. He said, "Now is the judgment of this world. Now the ruler of this world," which is the devil, isn't it, "will be cast out." Verse 32, Jesus said, "And I, if I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all peoples to myself." Now, I know it's back in the 80s, you know, they started singing a song, remember, "Lift Jesus higher, lift Jesus higher, lift him up for the world to see. If I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me." Remember that? And most Christians, they would quote this verse here where Jesus said, "If I be lifted up from the earth, draw all peoples unto me." They quoted this verse like this was a witnessing verse. This was an evangelism scripture. You know, we're going to go witnessing today, so make sure you go out there and lift Jesus up, because remember he said when you lift him up, emphasizing lifting him up through witnessing to people and sharing the gospel, then he said he'll draw all men, and he'll draw the lost to me. That has nothing to do with what this verse is talking about. I mean, that's a good point. No, let me say this. No, when you do lift Jesus up, of course, and share Jesus with people, then the Spirit of God will draw people unto Jesus, of course. But that's not what this verse is talking about. Jesus, the Bible, actually it's the Spirit of God through the Apostle John, in the very next verse gives us his commentary, tells us exactly what Jesus meant right here in verse 32. Verse 32, Jesus said, "And I, if I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all peoples to me, to myself." Verse 33, though, this is what God said. This he said, signifying by what death he would die. See, this wasn't a witnessing scripture, an evangelistic script. No, what Jesus said, when he said, "When you lift me up," see, the Jews knew what he was talking about. What's it mean to be lifted up? It means to be crucified, doesn't it? The Jews knew he was talking about his death. You know, when Jesus, talking to the Jewish people, said, "If you lift me up," they weren't thinking, "Oh, we need to go witnessing." No, they weren't thinking that at all. No, they knew what he was talking about. He's talking about being crucified.